Hello. It's me and a TVU. Hello, TVU. What's our background? Oh, it's the bridge. Okay, I was like, what is that thing? Right. Hey, Darren. What's happening?
What up? What's the word? Can you hear me? Can you hear me clear?
I can hear you loud and clear. Thanks to my Jeff Gordon driving, I made it to the studio just in
Good.
time.
I feel like Jeff Gordon, at the end of his career, he wasn't winning a lot.
Okay,
Like if you
well,
said like a Brad Keselowski or
see, I just go back to
you
the
know,
early days of
like
like Jeff Gordon. Okay, so I mean, we'll do like a,
oh,
I
like
mean,
you
I
could
could
have
say like
said
a
Jimmy
Jimmy
Johnson, and I would have
Johnson.
give you even like.
There we go. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
But Jimmy Johnson, after they when they started the whole playoff format, Jimmy Johnson never won again.
No.
But Jimmy was literally
Well,
like
then
the Michael Jordan.
Chad Knaus
Like
went
what did
away.
he won like six? He won like six cups, right?
7, I think. I feel like he'd won 7. Jimmy?
Was it seven?
For some reason, I'm
I'm gonna look
thinking
it
7.
up. I'm gonna check my
Okay.
Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy Johnson.
Please don't ever do that
Oh,
voice
not
again.
Cowboys owner Jimmy. I mean Cowboys former Cowboys coach Jimmy Johnson. I
That's
spelled
the
his name
voice.
wrong. All right, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Stop. Mm-mm. No.
Jimmy Johnson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. You're up one
Charlotte
on me.
wins.
I'm 0 for 1 today. You know what?
Don't
Let me
worry.
add some
That's
more
why I'm
light
here,
on here.
Darren, just to keep you in check. Kidding. Jokes.
Keep me in check. All right,
Look at your
let's see if
lovely little
if the football team
fall.
can keep themselves in check
Oh
because they're falling
God, that
apart.
was brutal. You know what? You know why this was worse than last week?
What's the game?
Because this week there was hope.
Uh
This week there was hope right out of the gate. They scored in the first half finally. They did well. There was hope that, oh, they can win this game.
Wait, stop. Wait, actually, stop talking about it. Wait till we go on.
I'll
Let's talk
stop.
about something else,
Okay.
because
I will.
what you're talking about was good, and I
Okay,
don't
I will
wanna.
save
I
that
want the
for.
people to
You want the people to hear it.
to
I'll save it. I'll save it.
save that for the people.
Look at your little
So it's
blessed,
always
grateful thing behind you. That's lovely. Did your wife do that? Decorating?
yeah, that's all Teddy. No, no, actually, you know what? My wife came to me. She was like, "Darren, do you want to decorate the fireplace?" And I was like, "Of course, I decorate it all the time." So, so you know, I decorated this background, lovely, right? I actually put this together myself. I went to the home goods place,
You
and
didn't.
I got some old flowers that were there. They're actually real, and I put them in. Remember when you're like a kid and you put them in the wax paper so they keep the color, like you used to do with the leaves back in elementary school. Remember that?
Yeah, I feel like this is a really good fairy tale, and none of this actually happened.
No, but it's no, it is true. So I did
No,
that, and I presented it to my wife, and she was like, "Yes, you know what? That's a great idea."
I don't think that
So
happened.
I did all this, and then I woke up, and then she ended up decorating it herself.
Right. Probably the best thing for everyone.
Now she always does a dope job.
I know, it
There's
looks
some
nice.
there's like pumpkins down here too.
Oh, I wish we could see the pumpkins.
I would get up out of this chair, but I don't feel like it. Like this, like I'm like tied down.
I feel
I
like you
a
have too
mic
much
cord here. I have
headroom.
an IFB cord. Like
Darren,
I'm
is
like
there a way,
stuck.
like compared to me, you
Do,
have a lot of
do, I-
headroom. Like I wonder if
do I really have too much headroom?
there's
Then
a way
here,
to like
then I don't
lift
mind
it.
moving closer.
Well, no, I don't know if you want to be close. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's too bright when you get too close to the light.
I can turn it down,
That's
but
good.
like,
Wait,
do I
you
need?
don't have to zoom into me. That's
Did,
okay.
did I decrease the headroom?
Yeah, now we're even. Yeah, I was making sure that you and I look. Yeah, there you go. That's better. That's so much better.
Gotcha.
Yes, it was like too
Cool.
bright on your face. So now that's perfect. I'm just helping you out. You gotta look good.
See, I know how to work the lighting. That's what happens when you work in Alpena.
In a who what? Working a what?
Alpena, Michigan.
Alpena, Michigan.
Alpena, Michigan.
Is that a real place?
Come on, you're from Austin, Texas. You should know where that's at.
I should know where Alpena, Michigan is because I'm from Austin. What?
Yeah.
How are those
Yeah,
two
'cause you're
even
from
on the
Austin,
same
Texas.
playing field? Oh, Austin, Alpena. Sure, we're neighbors. What?
Wait, hold on. I got this new computer, and I haven't logged into Facebook yet on here. And
They gave you a brand new computer for work?
and I need to put in this Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's horrible. It has not done anything for me at all. Geez, all right, guy, I'm gonna have to like
What?
log out because I need a text message or something like that to.
Can we help
Oh,
out?
wait. Here we go. It should give it to me. Hold on.
Oh no. What are they saying about this? Is there seriously a
Oh,
problem?
Buckley, Alec just ruined it. He just totally just ruined it. That mass text message.
Yeah.
I was reading off the screen, so I don't have to log out, and he
It
just sent me a
says
text
Buckley
message.
said
that
it's
just,
not
like,
on our
over-
end here at the station. Nick said he has to reboot. Is it? Are we really going to have technical difficulties
Okay.
again?
Well,
Okay.
I don't know. We had that.
Hopefully we don't. I don't know. I don't understand it. It says, let's see. Alec said, I got Buckley here. Buckley said it's not on our end here at the station. Nick said he has to reboot. You can reboot. I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm just going to remain calm. Oh, right. Yes, okay. Cleveland. I should have brought my computer out here. I could have been like looking up stats over here. But it didn't. These 1 o'clocks work a lot better in terms of like timing because at least I can like watch the game at my house, take notes, focus on it. Darren's gone. And then hop on the post game and then rush to work. Actually looks okay. Darren's back!
You got me?
Yeah. No, you're good. Sit back. Don't get too
Okay.
close.
Well, I have my computer here
Okay. But when
because
you're sitting right
I got to
there,
read
that's
the
perfect.
comments.
Right. But I'm saying that looks good. Like I'm saying the angle. I mean,
Oh,
that's
okay.
good. I'm providing the female opinion of how it all looks. I know, that's the sigh of every
I'm gonna
Washington
text Nick
fan
and be
right
like,
now.
"What the hell is going on out there?"
All by myself.
Now I don't know if we started on YouTube yet, so
Don't
let's
wanna be
hot mic.
all by- I ain't gonna say anything bad.
Well, here, let's talk about this
Yeah, what's up?
while we're on the phone. Topics. I got a few. I mean, we
Yeah.
can cut some out, but like I really feel like you should do the history with the 3 women, the 2 coaches, and the official.
Oh God. Okay. I don't have any other names written
Unless you
down.
just
I
want me
did
to
not.
wrap
I
up.
was not planning on that. I was just have the game stuff. So what?
No,
I mean, obviously, I know
have
that
their
there was
names.
2, like a coach from each team, a woman official, and obviously that's the first time that's
Yeah,
ever
yeah, yeah.
happened. And
I
I,
mean,
thought
you
it was
can
so
easily-
cute how the women
like you
officials.
can easily look.
What? You want me to look up their names real fast? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, I'm saying like I have it's easy to look up their information. We even wrote an article on it. Well, Nick did, and I also already cut like a clean video that I tweeted out, and I can send you the like the HD version of it.
You're saying for right now our Facebook Live? No.
No, I'm talking about segments in our show for the
Oh,
11
I
o'clock.
thought you were talking about right now
on
in the
who does
Facebook
what.
Live. Oh, I could do that later for sure.
No.
That's why I was like, whoa, I'm ready to talk about the game. I didn't have
I
all
was just
the.
going. I was just going over different. No, I was just going over topics things that we could do
Jennifer
tonight.
King, yeah, Callie Brownson, Sarah Thomas. Yes, gotcha. Yes, no, I was watching all that stuff. Yeah, that's good.
One thing that I guess one small thing that I want to do, unless you want it, is since I've been here, there's been a lot of, well, it's before I've been here, like these fans are like so aggravated and they're so like frustrated as far as in how their team is playing, and I mean rightfully so, because they've stunk for a long time. Hold on, Nick just told me let's go.
Yeah, I think it's 5 o'clock.
Right. Let's go doesn't, I gotta know more than what let's go mean.
I mean, it's 5 o'clock. Are we
he could
live
be cheering
on Facebook?
us on. He says, don't do a countdown. Oh, just go. Okay,
I
guess
Facebook
we'll just go
right now, I think.
Yeah, I have no clue. But what I'm excited about is, and we're not talking about the Washington football game just yet. This show has started, by the way, Charla. But Washington, they lost 30-15 to the Cleveland Browns. We're going to get to that a little bit. But first of all, this is like our show. Hopefully it gets a little better. We'll have some like nice fancy graphics and stuff like this. But the greatest part of this show is to involve you, the viewers. And you can comment on our Facebook page. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We're on... what else are we live on? We're on MySpace Live, I think, something like that. We're on everything live. But Charlotte and I are going to talk about the game. For all the Washington football fans, clearly the frustration's out there. I think there's some great things that we can talk about in regards to like what Ron Rivera said about you, the fans, after. You don't want to miss that one. I was just actually talking to Charlotte off camera about it, about a segment that I want to do for later tonight. But Charlotte, as we get started, and some of our Facebook friends or followers comment below, and I'm going to read your comment. What are your thoughts, or should I just kind of get straight to the point? What are you frustrated about?
Yes, frustration is the key word, I think, for every single Washington football fan. And I think why this loss hurts a little more than last week, because there was hope. This week, we had hope. We saw them start right out of the gate. We saw them score early. That gave all these fans hope that, oh, wow, they're changing the things that they messed up on week 2. And now in week 3, they're looking a little better. But then those 3 interceptions were just brutal to watch. To have 3 interceptions lead to Cleveland Browns touchdowns, yeah, that just can't happen. You can't win a game like that.
So, I agree with you. Those turnovers will absolutely kill you as a former player. When you turn the ball over, it puts your defense in a tough position. And the defense, I still give them a lot of props. I feel like they still play really well. But yes, turning the ball over and putting your defense in a tough situation, and then your opponent in a spot where they can score easily because of your mistake, those are the worst, because there are errors that you can avoid. I know Dwayne Haskins was talking after the game, saying I think his second interception, he was trying to fit the ball in a small window because he was trying to make up for like a 3rd and long or something like that. And it's one of those things where it's just like, maybe sometimes you don't have to force yourself to get something. Take what they're giving and go a little bit at a time, not to be greedy. Remember, comment below on our Facebook page. It's funny, our first comment, Denise, let's see if I can get this. It's a Polish last name. I had to cover a lot of Polish last names when I worked in Alpena, Michigan, Charla. But Denise Radzilowski, I hope I got that right. Radzilowski says you're live. So I guess when I was trying to wonder if I was going live, I was live. But Angela Robinson says lost, not lost. Janet Furr says who cares? Okay, so we have some frustrated people. Sean Miller says new name, but still the same old trash. And I'm saying, and it's not like your normal like trash, like he didn't spell out trash. It's 3 trash cans. So this now just gets me into talking about something new. And comment below. Love these comments so far. Just keep it real. I love to keep things real, and I'm going to keep things real. I love what the heck Ron Rivera said after this game, Charlotte. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it. I know you were at first, but you're doing your own little Tony Stewart thing, I think you said Tony Stewart, right? No, Jeff Gordon. You're trying to do your Jeff Gordon impression, trying to get to work.
Trying to get to the studio.
But
in regards to Dwayne
you're a
Haskins,
NASCAR driver, plain and simple.
Yeah.
But
I like what he said in regards
up?
to Dwayne Haskins because
gotcha.
he said he knows that a lot of the fans out there are going to ask the question, is Dwayne done? Is Dwayne still your guy? Are you still going to believe in Dwayne and go to Dwayne in week 4? And he said absolutely. And he compared him to Cam Newton. And I think that's really important for the Washington football fans to hear that Ron Rivera believes in his quarterback. And he said he's young. He's still learning. And if I had ever given up on Cam Newton, he wouldn't be where he is today. He wouldn't have been the league MVP. He wouldn't have done all of the amazing things that he did. He's like, I'm not a quitter, and I'm not going to quit on my quarterback. He knows he had a bad game. He knows he made mistakes. I've talked to him about that. But he said the first thing that he said when he left the field, he went up to Dwayne Haskins, and he told him, hey, you're my guy. I believe in you. And of course, they're going to watch film later. Of course, they're going to break all this down and make sure these mistakes don't happen again. But hey, Washington football fans, he's sticking with his guy. He's sticking with number 7.
So I'm going to add in addition to that. So Ron Rivera was also like, he can care less about what the fans think and what they want him to do. And he made it very clear, like, this is almost like a developmental year for the Washington football team. Anybody who had those high expectations, like, oh, I want to try to win a Super Bowl, or I want to try to get into the postseason, or just have a winning record, like, that's out the door. Like, that's not his mindset at all. He was like, if we are going to develop this football team the way that it's supposed to be developed, to build a winning culture, it's not going to happen overnight. And who cares what you at home thinks? You can go like another team if you want to. But Ron Rivera was like, forget all the people who think that things should be different now. He is trying to build a winning culture. And if you don't like the way, and this is, I'm not quoting him, but it was very similar to this. It's like, if you don't like the way that I am coaching this team and developing these teams, who cares? I don't care what you think. So that was some good stuff out of Ron Rivera. And, of course, we'll have more on that tonight at 11 o'clock. But continue to comment on our Facebook page. You want me to read some more? You want me to read some more comments?
Sure, read some more.
Well, someone said, well, they did beat the Eagles. The Eagles stink now, if I'm not mistaken. Did the Eagles finish playing yet?
Yeah, they lost.
Did they lose again? They're 0-3? So there you go. So the Washington's only win is over a team that has not won a game yet this season. We were so excited when we got that first win, and now you're kind of realizing that win is over like a sorry ball club.
But you know what? They could have won this football game. As we said, I think that's what makes this game so frustrating is that, yes, early on they lost Chase Young. And I think a lot of football fans were watching that game going, oh no, Chase Young's out early with a groin injury. We saw him on the sidelines still there pumping up his team. But you know what? Montez Sweat stepped up. He had a great game. So it showed that, yeah, they have the defensive guys in there.
Right? Oh, yeah. Huge game by Montez.
Great. They have those defensive guys to step up when a guy like Chase Young is out.
What's funny is last year when not Chase Young, because he was still at Ohio State, when Montez Sweat first started, it took him a while to seem like to get into the groove. And then as the season ended, he started playing a lot better. And now you got an example on why Washington drafted him. He stepped up big time. It just shows you like how good the defensive line is for Washington, given the fact that Chase Young is out, or should I just say like the entire defense, because Matt Ioannidis is another guy who couldn't play today, but yet they still get to the quarterback. I think Jonathan Allen had another sack as well. I think he has maybe 1.5 or 2.5 sacks so far this season.
Yeah,
for him.
He had a great sack today.
Actually, it's 1.5.
Yeah, he had a great sack today, and you're talking about that defensive line. They got to Baker Mayfield. They were giving Baker a lot of pressure, and I don't think that this score would have been what it is without those 3 interceptions. It gave it to him in good field position for Cleveland, and we saw what happened. They were able to score 3 times off those interceptions. Again, just so frustrating to watch that when you know that they could have won this game, and they were doing a lot of things right. Darren, you look like you're in the clouds.
You want to know what's funny? But here's the thing. So, I'm at a new house. This is live television. So I'm at a brand new house, and I've never done a show here at 5:09 p.m. And what you're looking at right now, like the sun is just shining perfectly through like this small window. And it looks like Oh no, I'm about to burn. There's nothing I can do with that. That's just
It's going away.
Look at that. So how
slowly.
quickly the sun just passed. The wonderful what's that? Astronomy, the Earth and the access, all that space stuff. But that's how it works. That was the sun basically giving y'all a shout out. Let's give some of these fans a shout out real fast. Larry Jessup says Haskins sucks. The A word. Sandy Williams says, who cares?
Are the who cares giving up?
Says, who knows? You know what? Let's call him out. Sandy Williams. What do you mean by who cares, Sandy? We want to know, what do you mean by who cares? What don't you care about? So Polite Bull says there was nothing of redeemable value to Washington football today. Katrissa says, well, that was the comment I read before as far as them beating the Eagles. Joe Battle says the former name, but they suck. So basically Washington sucks. And then we have Irby Jr. says, Dwayne has to go. Dan and Bruce drafted him. He wasn't Jay's guy. So that's a tough. How do you feel about that, Charlotte? Because I've seen a lot of young quarterbacks come in like a Dak Prescott or Patrick Mahomes, and they shine right away. I mean, RG3 when he came here, he shined right away, and then RG3 kind of fell off. But like, how patient should people be with Dwayne Haskins, given the fact that he had a career high in 3 picks this year, and people had high hopes for him, and so far it's kind of been up and down?
I think that's the biggest question, is how patient should people be, and how patient will Ron Rivera be? I mean, as we know, he was very set in his ways after the game and said no question he's absolutely not thinking of anybody else as his quarterback. He wants Dwayne Haskins. He believes in him, so he's seeing something in him. But I think it's hard for Washington football fans to just sit back and watch what happened today. It's hard when you see a guy that is just struggling out there. Some of his passes just not on target, and it's tough to watch. He does have some great guys to pass to, though. I mean, one guy that had a great game, Dontrell Inman, 2 touchdowns. This guy is one of the older guys on the team at 31 years old. I know that's crazy to say someone's old at 31 years old, but we have so many young guys on this team that he stepped up today as a leader. And he had what, I think 2 total catches the entire season, yet today he gets 2 touchdowns. Not a bad day for him. And Terry McLaurin still, as we talked about last week, he is the consistent factor that this team needs. He has that consistency week in and week out, and he can still look to Terry McLaurin, but Dwayne Haskins has to make better decisions under center.
Just curious. I just want your quick answer, Charlotte, because I kind of want to get into like a debate with you real quick. Do you feel like Dwayne Haskins needs to be replaced now? So
Not
you're
right
sticking
now.
with him?
No, I think you stick with him right now. I think, yes, he had the worst game of his career today. I think he had the worst game of his career, no doubt.
He did. 3 interceptions.
So I think you got to give him another chance. I do think you have to reevaluate him next week. Now, they are playing the Ravens, though, so again, do you keep making excuses?
Yeah, that's a different. Yeah, that's a different matchup against the Ravens. Let's not get too far because, you know, they play their game tomorrow. Who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
I will say this though. I'm going to call out the fans, and I want the fans to also comment on our Facebook page. Do you feel like they need to replace Dwayne Haskins with someone else? Do you feel like Dwayne Haskins needs to go? And my answer to a lot of that will be and I'm going to take a little bit what also Ron Rivera said as well. Like, the dude hasn't even played like a full season amount of games yet. Like, technically, Dwayne Haskins is still a rookie. Right,
because he only played a few games last year, or started a few games last year.
Correct. So one of the things that I always tell even people that I mentor, it's like the best way to learn how to do something is by doing it. And Dwayne Haskins hasn't had that many opportunities to necessarily do it. So we're still jumping on him that, yes, it's his sophomore year, but technically, in regards to his experience, he's still a rookie. Right. Now, I'm not back there with Dwayne saying, okay, Dwayne, it's okay. You threw a career high 3 interceptions. Don't worry about it. No, I mean, I'm not doing that. He needs to step his game up. But let's realistically look at this, that the fact that he has not played a full season yet, and we're jumping on him like we just drafted Joe Montana, and we expect him to be like the greatest quarterback ever overnight. There's so many quarterbacks that have been drafted that didn't start off that well, and they turn out to be great quarterbacks. So let's be a little bit patient here. And the fact that there are some plays that weren't the offensive line's fault. However, the offensive line is bad, dude. And I didn't mean to call you dude. I guess back in the day, we call you dudette. It's bad, dudette.
It's rough to watch. Yes.
There's situations at the end. Go ahead, Charlotte, because go ahead. I'm gonna
you're watching.
look at some of these
we're
comments
watching the offensive line,
talk.
and we're saying that Dwayne Haskins obviously had the worst game of his career, which he did. But again, when you don't have a line that is stepping up for you on every single play and giving you time to make decisions, it is tough. And he is young, so he's not used to being, I think, rushed that much and making those decisions under the gun. He needs some practice. And to bring back Cam Newton into the equation, in which Ron Rivera said he had some struggles early on with Cam, but he believed in him. He knew what he was capable of, and he wanted to stick with him, even though Cam, there were some games that he threw numerous interceptions early on in his NFL career, and he stuck with him because he said he needed to learn. Again, Dwayne has not even had a full NFL season under his belt. Yes, today was awful. Yes, our first instinct is to just go with another guy, but I think you got to go with him week 4. You got to start him against the Ravens. And you know what? That's an opportunity for him to prove himself. This is his opportunity for him to prove himself. And again, the offensive line needs to prove themselves too. I don't know if they can, what else they can do.
One day I want you to disagree with what I say. I'm just waiting for that time where you and I just kind of go at it.
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't remember
Say
that
something.
because the Facebook stream messed up. All right, so I'm gonna read some more comments. What's funny is we also have some of the viewers. Larry Detro says, "I like to see them grow this year. This isn't gonna be great, but if they can build together and correct some things, this should be an amazing team." So we actually have one fan that's like on the Ron Rivera side, I guess, totally understanding. Then we have James Mann who says, Washington sucks. And not Washington, but Washington, like they're done. Sucks. Jim Ward says, right now, Dwayne doesn't have an offensive line to protect him and no running game. What do you want him to do? So we actually have some fans backing Dwayne Haskins up. And I'll read one more.
And you know who else is backing him up?
This is John Garut. Who's backing him up?
So I want to tell our viewers something that Dwayne Haskins told us in postgame today. He said, after that last interception, he walked to the sideline, and Chase Young was the first one to greet him. And one of the media asked him what Chase Young said to him, and he said that, "I've always got your back, Seven. I believe in you. We got this." And you're talking about growing as a team and getting better as a team. And you have a guy like Chase Young who is really nothing more than a cheerleader today, but he really was that. And Dwayne Haskins emphasized how much that meant to him, that a guy like Chase Young was saying that, hey, we got you, we believe in you, we all have these kind of days, but you're going to pick it back up, and we're all here for you. And it just shows that the camaraderie that this team is already developing.
All right, so it's a small debate, but what you just said right there, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Of course, Chase Young is going to back up Dwayne Haskins. The two played college
go up
ball
to him
together.
I
mean, they literally went to like
right.
They went to the same dining hall together at Ohio State,
right.
sat at the same table.
Friends.
And when you look at Chase Young coming into Dwayne Haskins, when you look at somebody you want to look up to, usually you gravitate to somebody that you know really well, someone you can connect with, who you have like ideals. And it just so happens to be that Dwayne Haskins is that guy for Chase Young.
Right.
So, of course, those two are boys. I remember watching the Washington their win, the post-game comments by Ron Rivera after they beat the Eagles. And you see Dwayne Haskins right there, and all of a sudden you see this hand tap Dwayne Haskins' shoulder, and they're both together right there. And who was that guy? That was Chase Young. Those two are boys. So of course Chase Young is going to say, "I have your back," because they're boys.
Well, we
they're
know
friends.
he has a back. I'm saying, would he be the first one to go up to him?
Hold on, Charlotte.
Okay.
Hold on, Charlotte. Hold on now. I'm trying to remember Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller was part of the post-game comments, and someone brought up that, hey, how does it feel like, do you talk to Dwayne Haskins, whatever, to kind of cheer him up and stuff like that? And he just said we all kind of like have each other's backs, but he didn't say that he did. Like, he didn't say like, yes, I went to Dwayne Haskins. So there's people out there. I don't know that Kendall Fuller doesn't care about Dwayne Haskins, but what I'm saying is that, like, not everybody's going to go to Dwayne Haskins and be like, I got your back. I've been on plenty of teams before where people have struggled and they form cliques on losing teams. And trust me, there's someone on that team that
is very upset with the way Dwayne Haskins is
Well,
playing.
now let me
Sorry, I
ask
was
you.
long-winded
Let
on
me
that
ask
one.
you, as a former football player, let me ask you this: when you played, and let's say your quarterback,
Hall of Famer.
you weren't. Yes. Let's say your quarterback is having the worst game, and he throws 3 interceptions. The ball is stripped from him at one point. He's having the worst game, and you at one point you felt like you were having a great game, and you felt like your team could win this game if it weren't for the mistakes that your quarterback was making. You inside, aren't you frustrated? Are you what do you do? Do you go up to him, and are you that positive guy, or are you the guy that kind of sits back and you're angry? I think players are allowed to be angry. Of course, they're teammates and they have each other's back.
No, correct. I happen to be one of those guys that was always a team player. I didn't single people out. Listen, my roommate, Floyd for Justy, homecoming game, we're dominating this team, and he gave up like 3 deep balls, and we ended up losing. And quite frankly, he took the blame on himself. But I was never like, dude, Floyd got to go. Like we need a different player. I cheered him up. I'm a little bit different. But I've been on teams before as a running back where maybe another running back was struggling, and that player came to me and be like, man, that guy's struggling, man. Why don't they put you in there? So those people do exist. They exist. I'm just not that guy. Can I read some more comments?
Sure.
Because I'm sure people were like, we have like 35 comments. I can read some? Yeah. What do you think WFT stands for?
WFT is the Washington football team.
Nah, not according to Joe Cravo. Oh God, I'm not gonna get this last name.
Just
That's
say
too
Joe.
tough.
We'll
According
go
to
with
Joe, Washington. According to Joe, WFT stands for wishing for TDs.
Oh, we all are.
Just putting that out there. Yeah, it's sad. Wishing for TDs. Nathan Mark says, new coach, new offense, new defense. Haskins is basically in his first year as a full-time starter. No shutdown corner, no go-to running back, no go-to tight end. Development year, get over it, let's go. This dude's already focused on 2021. Like, he's already in Richmond with the coronavirus, like, gone. He's in Richmond for, like, Washington training camp. Like, he's already there.
Maybe we should all just fast forward to 2021.
Hey, just curious. Yeah, I mean, it's a developmental year, so you might as well just like throw in the towel and just kind of just wait. Hey, what did you think about the 3 women today? You had you had a female coach for Washington, you had a female coach for Cleveland, and then you had a female official.
Right.
That's the first time ever in NFL history that has ever happened before. Shout out to all the women out there.
And it was pretty incredible
woman,
to watch.
Charla,
yeah, it was pretty incredible to watch.
How
And you
do
know
you
what?
feel about that?
Well, I think one of my favorite moments was watching this game, and they were talking about the female ref and how she has a young daughter who looks about 6 years old from her picture. And for Halloween, she is dressing up as her mother as a referee. And when she asked her young daughter, you know, why she wanted to do that, and she said, because everyone wants to be like you. And I think that's really cool that these women are out there showing other women that, you know what, you can do whatever you want to do. And Ron Rivera touched on it after the game and saying that women love this sport, women love football, and they should be able to be a part of it like they were today.
So I'm going to give you two quick things and read some of these comments, because Judy Minzes says, I don't care. Oh, shoot, my wife just, hold on. My wife actually is on the Facebook Live. I didn't even know that. Like, she's in the house and I didn't even know.
Hey, Teddy.
She says, new coach and a rookie quarterback. Rome wasn't built overnight, people. Rome wasn't built overnight, people. So shout out to my wife putting it in there. She's the one who actually decorated this in the background, so shout out to her. So one thing that I enjoy, and you know, you have my wife and also have my daughter as well. And right now, my wife is actually a full-time grad student. And when she goes on to try to get a job at a particular place, I'll hope that they will hire her for the credentials that she has, not by what she looks like. Same thing with my daughter. And the last part will be it's kind of a part and a half. I've seen a lot of people in our broadcasting field, a lot of women. I've told you this when we first hired you, Charla. Like, there are some women broadcasters who are better than men. And there are probably plenty of officials, male officials, who the female official is just better than. So it's all about how good you do, how well you do the job, not by if you're a male or a female. And then my last quick thing is Pop Warner football. I was like 10 years old. And I'll never forget, there was a woman on the other team, the West Haven, I don't know what they call them, West Haven something. And I got tackled by her. And she kind of got me pretty good in the backfield. And I'll never, like, at that time I was like, whoa, this girl who everybody on my team was making fun of for playing literally just tackled me. And now as a kid, was I embarrassed at that moment? Yes, because you got tackled by a girl. But that just shows you that there's women out there that can do the same job as men, and don't sleep on them because they'll knock you in the backfield like this girl did for West Haven back when I was 10 years old.
There you go. I like it.
I'm done.
I wonder what that girl's doing now.
I'm done. I'm done. I know she played high school soccer, but I don't know where she went on. She didn't like play high school football or anything like that, but I don't know where she is now. But then again, you know, I'm 39, so that was like 20 years ago. So, all right, so some more comments. Cordell J. Johnson says, I back him and think there's much work to be done. I guess back him as in Dwayne Haskins. Wayne Johnson says, to correct her statement, the Eagle, oh, this is someone correcting someone else. Jim Ward says, do we really think putting Alex Smith in there is a good idea? I don't think his leg could take a hit. Charlotte, what do you think? Let's rephrase this up, because Alex Smith has been on the injured reserve every single game so far, these first 3 games. And I know when I was looking at it, I was starting to wonder, like, are they keeping Alex Smith on here because if they cut him, it will kind of be like, ooh, that was kind of shady? Or do you feel like they're actually waiting for Alex Smith to get back to where he needs to be because they want him to be on the field again one day?
I think
But if Dwayne Haskins is a starter and Coach Rivera is sticking with him, but you're paying him so much money.
Yes.
He's the highest paid player on the team, Charlotte, and he's not playing.
I think that, you know, again, I'm just going off of what Coach Rivera has been saying during practices and watching Alex Smith in his return and his recovery process. And he always was adamant about the fact that he could be out there. And when he said he can move, he is, you know, he was taking snaps in practice. Obviously, it's a lot different when you have, you know, another team coming at you. And I think we will see Alex Smith on the field this season. I hope we do, and I think we will. I think he will have his opportunity. And, yeah, I think I think a lot of people fear that will one sack take him out again? I don't know. He seems to believe that he's good to go. Coach Rivera seems to believe that he's physically fit to be out there and do it. I hope we get to see him because I think he deserves that comeback, even if it's just a brief one.
I agree with you. I think it would just be one of those where he goes on the field and it's like, hey, he did it. He completed that entire comeback. And I'm not trying to cut down on Alex Smith's comeback. So I hope he comes back and he wins the Super Bowl. That'll be great. I just feel like it would just be more one of those things where it's just he's on the field and he completed the comeback and, you know, full circle. And that'll just be it. I don't see him like leading the team in any particular way, especially if Ron considers this a developmental year.
And it sounds like he does with everything he continues to tell us, that this is a developmental year, that he kind of, not that he blows off the losses, but he didn't seem as disturbed by today's loss. And he kept saying, listen, they're a young team. Everything is a learning experience. We are trying to develop a great team for the future. Maybe not a great team for 2020, but a great team for the future.
All right, so before we go, we'll have one more topic here that I want to bring up. Continue to comment on our Facebook page. I already see a few of your comments talking about that Dwayne Haskins needs to go. That was Taisha Carey says Dwayne needs to go. Then Taisha Carey also says we need Alex Smith back on. Okay, so she's the one who wants Alex Smith. Let's talk about the ups and downs of this team. Okay. So we knew that Washington came into this game, and let's just be blunt, they stink in the first half. Then all of a sudden in the second half, they turn things around. Like they're really bad in the first half. Like they lead the NFL as far as in like fewest points in the first half, and then they're like tied for third in most points in the second half. And then today's game, it was like, it was everything. It was like we couldn't figure out like what was the true identity of this Washington team because they came out quick, which was like, whoa, who the heck are you? And then all of a sudden they turned into the Washington team we're familiar with. And then they started the second half. back to, okay, they're not a good first half team. They're a good second half team. Rallied 13 points, 13 unanswered points. And then they went back to whoever the heck they are. What are your thoughts on that? Because I got confused on who this Washington team really is.
And I think it goes back to the frustrations that so many fans are feeling because, they were maybe expecting another slow start because that's what they've been doing. And then yet they come out and they have a great start. So then it gave people so much hope that maybe they were correcting their mistakes because Ron Rivera keeps talking about them developing and correcting what they have done wrong. So early on today, it looked like, they're making those corrections. But then again, it just quickly fell apart. And then they, like you said, then they came back and they took the lead at one point. And you're thinking, okay, they can win this football game. I just don't know how you keep correcting all of those turnovers. You just, like you asked me last week, was that first win just lucky? And was that second loss really what the team is? And maybe now we're seeing from this week 3 that, that's really what the team is. Maybe they don't have it together this year.
So basically what you're saying is the Washington football team is only better than a winless team. So they stink, but they just don't stink as bad.
I see potential. There's potential. They have shown some great plays and some great drives, and they've shown that they can come together as a team. And the defense has shown that it knows what it's doing and it can step up. And there's some great guys on that defensive line that really held things together today, and they've held things together the first 3 weeks. So I think there's definitely some positives. They just got to find more positives. They got to find more things to bring it into a W.
All right. Everyone, continue to comment on our Facebook page. When Charlotte and I get off of here, we're going to prepare for our 11 o'clock show. You don't want to miss it. It's must-see TV. And hopefully this Facebook Live can turn into something bigger, a bigger show. We'll have graphics. We'll be back in studio. COVID-19 goes home and never comes back. But comment on our Facebook page. And before we go, now that Washington, they're now 1-2, and their 3-game winning streak over the Cleveland Browns is now over. They won 3 straight coming into this one. How do you feel now? First reaction, because the next time I talk to you on this thing will be after the Ravens game. Quick reaction. Washington versus the Baltimore Ravens, Battle of the Beltway football version. Go ahead.
Washington loses by 21. That's my
By
quick
21?
reaction. I mean, I don't know. We've seen the Ravens have 2 great starts.
No, it's fine. It's fine. My quick reaction was like, Washington's about to get their smack, but, we don't have, like, the bleep function on here, so I can't, like, curse. I hope I'm wrong.
Right. I hope I'm wrong, too.
I hope this is one of those games that it's like a rivalry game where records go out the window. But if Washington plays the way they've been playing in the last actually all season, because the first half against the Eagles was a disaster, they're gonna get their butts kicked.
I mean, if you think about it, if
Lamar
the Browns,
Jackson's a different beast.
If the Browns were able to turn 3 turnovers into 3 touchdowns, what will the Ravens do? It's just the Ravens are a much better team than the Browns, so we shall see.
All right. Charlotte McBride, I'm Darren Haynes. Continue to comment on our Facebook page. I love some of the comments that you guys are putting down here. We'll read your comments. We'll reply as well. Also, head to our WSA9 website. You can read a bunch of the articles, like we're mentioning how some of the women made history in the NFL today. You can read that article. We didn't touch that much in regards to Chase Young and his groin injury, how long he will be out. I've had a groin injury before. They don't feel good, and it's a tough road back from that because it's like a nagging injury. But read all those stories on our WSA9 website. We also post those stories. Charlotte, if you want to give your Twitter, Instagram, anything, how can people follow you? You want to let people know?
Charlotte McBride. It's real simple. At Charlotte McBride. You'll see me there.
Oh, okay. So at Charlotte McBride, I'm at Darren M. Haynes on all social media platforms. I cannot talk today. But until then, your Washington football team loses again. They're now 1-2, losing to the Browns 30-15. Their next game will be against the team that had the best record in the NFL last year, that's still undefeated, that has a reigning NFL MVP in Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. Good luck. I'll see you next week.